来到赛后采访，我是主持人 Reirachu， 恭喜 PSG 赢下今天的败部决赛。Hey guys, welcome to the lower bracket final winner interview. I'm Reirachu. Here with me today is PSG's top laner Hanabi. Hanabi, can you introduce yourself, please? 那今天来到我们的赛后采访席，当然是 PSG 的上路选手火龙，先跟大家打个招呼吧。
大家好，我是 PSG 的上路 Hanabi。
Congrats on today's hard-fought victory, plus bagging that game 1 as well as that game number 3 MVPs. What are your thoughts right now? 首先当然要恭喜你们今天获得了3-2，而自己也拿下了2场的MVP。现在的感受会是如何呢？
就觉得还好赢了，不然就真的要放假了。就因为明天还要打上 CFO， 就是希望状态要调整得更好。
So he said that he feels very lucky and very fortunate that they managed to win today. Otherwise, if they had lost, they would just straight up be hitting for their spring break right now, of course, because they also still have to meet CFL in the final tomorrow. They're still hoping that they can improve just a bit more before tomorrow's games. And talking about that, I wanted to ask you as well, do you personally think that with today's series, PSG have found their form back, or is there even more room for improvement? 那刚才就火龙也提到，就是希望在明天对上 CFO 之前，可以更把状态调整的更好。然后想问一下，就是火龙会觉得今天的 PSG 会比之前季后赛的时候就是说找回了状态吗？还是说还有那么进步的空间？
我觉得我们今天比赛的状况就跟之前差不多，就是没有发挥得很好。可能是因为沟通上，再加上就我的队友可能有点没有自信吧，所以打得有点奇怪。
所以说对于明天的话，会做什么样的调整呢？
对，明天的话就是跟大家说个加油，也不知道干嘛。
So he said actually he doesn't really think that there's that much of a difference between PSG's performance today and their performance in the previous matches during playoffs. He said that he still doesn't think that they did very well. He thinks that the team made a bunch of mistakes today still. He also thinks that it's due to communication trouble within the team, and that he thinks some of his teammates aren't playing with as much confidence as they need to be. As to what sort of improvements or adjustments they can make before tomorrow, he thinks that it's really just going to come down to the entire squad just doing their best and trying their best for tomorrow. So I got to ask you about that game number 5, the backdoor attempt. That was pretty crazy. I wanted to ask who made the shot call for that, and also what were team comms like at that point in time. 接下来想问的就是关于第5把那个 BD， 想问是谁的 call， 然后当时队友的沟通跟想法会是什么呢？
当时龙快出之前，我觉得可以去就把对面主堡给拆了，所以我跟阿里还有辅助就去乱对面回家嘛，但是有点可惜。
So he said that at that point in time, it was when the dragon was about to respawn. So what they're thinking was that him as well as Ari as well as their support wanted to go and interrupt the recalls of J Team, but they just weren't quite able to finish off the play at the end. He thinks that it's a bit of a shame and a bit of a wasted opportunity. I wanted to talk about your personal champion picks as well, looking at your growth from last year to this year and comparing the two, because this year it seems that your team is a lot more willing to let you play carry champions. I want to ask, is this a difference in terms of team strategy, or have you just been practicing on a different champion pool a lot more? 那接下来想问的就是跟去年相比的话，今年的 PSG 感觉比较肯让火龙选手玩那些斗师或者 carry 的角色，想问是不是在战术体系上有进行什么样的调整吗？
我觉得今年会玩比较多这类型的英雄，应该是因为就是版本对坦克比较不友善吧，所以我觉得这类型的角色比较强，所以就比较常选这类型的英雄。
那个人比较想 比较希望玩什么样的角色呢？
如果是我最喜欢的角色的话，肯定是坦克吧，就是奥文2这种，就是能躺平就好。
So he said that he thinks the main reason just has to do with the meta and the patch and what is good right now. He thinks that that there's no special reason as to why he started playing more carries and more assassins, and it's really just the team drafting is better with tanks right now, and so that yeah, that's why he's decided to pick that assassins. And he said that for him personally, he would actually rather play tanks if he could pick. He wouldn't really pick for what's good in the meta. He would instead prefer to play tanks, and then he can just, farm out his lane and have a good time. I wanted to ask you also about what Rest mentioned in his interview last week, because Rest in his interview said that he thinks that you're the number one top laner within the PCS. He also just ranked himself as only fifth. I wanted to ask, do you personally agree with that assessment? Do you think that you're the top laner, the top laner within the PCS? 上周访问中 Ras 选手有说过，就是他如果要排名一下 PCS 的上路选手，你就会是第一名。那想问一下，火龙个人会同意吗？
就我最多就排第2吧，因为他 Rest 赢过我一次嘛，所以我觉得他才是第1名。
So he said that if it were up to him, he would at best only rank himself second, because he said that Rest has won a match off of him before. So there's no way that he can place himself above Rest. So he would put Rest as that number one. So my next question that I want to ask is, during playoffs in the last few weeks, we've also noticed that you're back playing at the competition venue. Do you feel that there's any difference between playing online versus playing at the venue? Like, maybe does this make your communication issues any worse, or do you actually get a venue buff? What do you接下来想问，就是最近有注意到火龙已经回到了现场打比赛了，那想问，就你觉得现场打比赛跟线上打比赛有什么差别吗？会因此在沟通上有什么问题吗？还是说现场其实会有个现场 buff 呢？
就是最近回到就是电竞馆比赛嘛，就其实台下也没有观众，所以其实是跟线上赛差不多。就可能因为对面5个人，所以我可能要1打5吧。
So he said that because there's still no audience allowed in the venue, so it doesn't feel that much different whether he's playing online or whether he's playing at the stadium. But he says that because his opponents have a full team playing in the other room, he said sometimes it does feel like he's playing a 1 versus 5. So I also wanted to ask, because before today's games, we saw on social media that MMD, former Flashwolves top laner, posted a picture of the two of you guys together. I wanted to ask if, as your senior, as you were both from the same team playing top lane, did he give you any advice coming in to today, or is there any sort of message that you want to give to MMD? 接下来想问，就是赛前看到咪咪蛋在社群上有发了一张跟火龙在现场拍的合照，然后赛前就是闪电狼前辈咪咪蛋有没有给你一些指示，说怎么玩上路吗？还是火龙有没有什么想跟咪咪蛋说的话吗？
因为咪蛋今天是那个嘛，就是赛分析台，然后有跟他寒暄一下，然后就跟咪蛋说：“咪蛋你真帅。”
就这样，
我也不知道说什么。
没有谈一下游戏内容。
没有。
How? So he said that because MMD is here for a part of the analyst desk segments, he said that they actually didn't really talk much. They didn't talk about anything to do with the game at all. All he did was tell MMD that he looks very handsome today, and that was it. So my very last question that I have to ask for sure is, what is the team's confidence going into tomorrow's final leg? Because you guys just lost to CFO 2 days ago. How will tomorrow's final be any different from Thursday? 那最后一个问题想问的就是关于明天决赛需要再次对上 CFO， 有自信会赢吗？还有毕竟是2天前才刚败给他们3-1，那明天的对战会跟周四跟他们对打的时候有什么不同？
明天就要对上 CFO 了嘛，就是前天已经输过他们一次了，就明天会想办法赢下来，然后就把自己的状态调整好。
So he said that because their match versus CFO is pretty soon, it's already just tomorrow that they'll have to play again, and it was only 2 days ago that they just lost to CFO. He thinks that they're just going to try and turn their mentality around and do their best. I don't think there's anything else much more that they can aim for besides that. All right, thank you, Hanabi, so much for the interview after such a long series, and of course, good luck in tomorrow's spring split final. 好的，那非常感谢黄文选手接受今天的赛后采访，再次恭喜 PSG 赢下今天的败部决赛，明天决赛加油！接下来就是直播台喽，拜拜。